Okay, this is just a real quick ending to my mixed media page I did yesterday, my art journal page. The video, I can see I'm in the shadow of the light. What I did was I got these really great papers from, excuse my arm, from Annie. And what I did, and I'm going to do this very basic, but what I did was I folded them in half and I cut out a shape of a butterfly. And when I did it, I did 3 pages and made each one smaller, as you can see. Okay, so I took Aleene's Tacky Glue. It's not one of my favorite stick glues. I do like the, I think it's, I'm going to say UHF, but I'm not real sure. I can't find it right now. This works perfectly well. The only thing I don't like is when it starts getting low. I mean, you can see inside. It kind of like mushes together and kind of pushes down for me. It sticks very well. So, you know, it's not bad to have one hand as extra when you can't find the one that I usually use. So, what I did was I cut this out. And I'm looking at my background and I see that I have, you know, different colors. I think I'm going to do the bottom one purple. And I thought instead of painting it, I'm going to take my Distress inks and I'm going to try one of 2 things. And the first thing I'm going to try is I have ink refresher. And I'm going to spray it. And it just, you know, gives that ink a little refreshment. I'm going to take a scruffy brush. I'm just going to kind of scruff it on there. And see what I get. Okay, well, I'm not getting anything from there. So let me see if this does it. Yeah. And I'm not going to be too concerned if it gets on. Now, this is the lighter. This is milled lavender. So I'm doing the lighter one first. I'm going to outline in the... I tell you, my ink pads really take a beating. And they really stay for me. I do use the ink refresher. However, it didn't... I thought I could get it on the brush. Now, you can see, obviously, I guess I got glue on here. You're not going to see that inside, so it's really not going to matter. We want to really concentrate on the outside of these. And so far, so good. It's a little shiny. I am going to do better with my lighting. I've already hit my husband up. Now I'm going to take the Dusty Concord. Let's see if the spray works with this. They sell it to work with it. Just give a little spritz. Let's take the brush, pounce. Let's pounce this time. Let's see. Might have to get the rain gears. Oh, that worked. I don't know if you guys can see. So I want to have a little bit more control. I'm really pouncing. Let me scrub. I'm going to try to get it where you can see it really good. Over in this corner. Now this is the brush technique. I'm going to run it down this middle because it's bothering me even though it's going to be covered. And I want to keep the 2 different colors, so just a quick... That's why I like the brush, because you have more control. They do have the re-inkers you can buy. And you will be able to see. I'll hold it up for you. All right, and this color was Dusty Concord. Okay. Now I'll just kind of scrub the rest of my brush on here, because this is all dry from yesterday. Gotta clean off my... Now, as you can see, let's see how you can see. A little shiny. But there is you can see right here the darker compared to the light. And it's just, like I said, it's just a quick thing on news book print. And I'm going to give it a real quick dry because I do want to concentrate on right here so I can pull in my next color. This kind of paper dries pretty quick. Okay, so my next size is right here. And I'm going to do a little kind of something at the end here. We'll see. All I do is, I love to smear. When I smear it, want to get these ends. It's not particularly important how much you get on or what have you. We're going to roll up the ends at the end or do some sort of something. Just as long as this middle piece has it, because that's my main bud. Now I ripped it. Does it matter? No, watch. Okay, a little glue. Watch when we put it on. Because it is older paper. And I'm just gonna put this bad boy in the middle. Because remember, we're gonna have it covered up with one more. So let's kind of just push it down. I don't care that this is almost the same size. I really don't care. I go with the flow of things. Things don't get to me that much. But what I am going to do is use some peeled paint green. It's called peeled paint. It's green. Let's try and see what we can get from this bad boy. Probably leave it. I probably should leave it sit and sink for a minute. Maybe I'll hum or sing a la la song. La la la. Okay, we're done. Now I'm going to push it. Nobody wants to hear me sing. Oh, perfect. Perfection. And again, remember, the inside is not, this part right here, not that important. Now let me just show you if we used the pad just itself. You get the same thing. A little darker. You don't have as much control. Now this would be great to line pages with and whatnot. However, I'm going to spray a little bit of this on there and see if it does anything. And look, I sprayed a little of the ink refresher. Hello. How are you today? I'm doing quite well. And it doesn't matter if you get a little bit on the bottom. Bang and bang. My husband's going to say, who's at the door? And you see how I did? You know, go around your edges. Doesn't matter. Perfection is not what we're looking for here. We're just looking for some fun. And plus, it's like you're scrubbing, and who wants to scrub the floors? Let's scrub paper. Okay, I'm done preaching, and like I said, wipe off if you want. Do your thing. And easy peasy. I don't know the rest of that. And probably should not try to rhyme it. However, I'm going to dry this. Just for a second, just to get the majority of the moisture out. And we can see how much is glued to that. And the same here. Oh, hold on, too much. Not as, you know, because we're going to roll. It's going to be like a textured kind of thing. But I think that's all I need for that. I'm not really concerned. Now, here comes our little friend. Hello, little friend. I think we'll just make our little friend down the middle. And we'll just run that bad boy through. And we'll say, little friend, little friend. All your anxiety. Oh, hello? Who they talking to? They're talking to me. How funny is that? Everybody who knows me knows. That just makes us all the better. Hello, I'm going to put that over there. Let's all have just a little giggle at my expense, shall we? Anxiety freak here. What do you mean I have to go out the front door? I don't like it. Okay. I'm done. I'm sorry. I laugh at myself. I want to use, and I wish I knew this color. I think it stays on pumpkin. It's an orangey thing. Color. I want to use the brush because I know this is going to be a little bit darker. I'm going to not wet it and see what we get. Yeah, I like that. Maybe what I'll do is give it a little spray. I got to keep this by my desk. Well, it is over on my one side where all my supplies I use, like my alcohol inks and all, but I don't use it nearly as much as I should. Give it a minute to sink in. Rub it in. I need to be the tester for these ink pads because what I do to these things, and I know a lot of us do the same things. I really abuse them. Now I want to get it in the middle here. I want to kind of get it everywhere. Let me give it little stamps. Let's see here. You stamp in there, you're kind of stamped. But that's okay, because glitter is my friend today. But I want this base orange. And I love the text coming through. And I'm hoping I'm on... I know I'm like moving everywhere because I'm a freak, but... I really didn't want to use paint. I wanted to use other things, since we did use paint and whatnot for the bottom. And our sprays. Make sure I get these corners. I'm going to spray one more time on here. Let it sink in all the way. You can see where I sprayed it. Right here. Right in here where it's clean. And I'm going to really push it in there. Go around these corners. I have no reinkers. They don't sell them around here. And every time I get online, I want to try different things rather than the reinkers. But I really want them. Okay. So I'm thinking we're pretty good. Like I said, we're going to add a few more things on here. Okay. So, go around the page a little bit. This is where I picked up my orange from. And again, it's just a tiny bit of orange, so, but it will pull out. You want, you want to, like I said, right here is my main orange piece that I love. Okay. So I think I got all the orange off. I will have to rinse it, obviously, but I wanted to show you. Now, really quickly, these, save these. Don't throw them away. Don't say, oh, what am I going to do? Oh, please, we'll do another spread. with these things. These are fantastique. And look, just as I am. So certain ones, although I didn't see the anxiety, all your anxiety, for 1,000 tongues. Oh, if I had 1,000 tongues of things, I'd say. But you can see that I saved. It's almost stencil-like, but imagine this on a page, and we'll do another page with that, because I love the different things. Almost persuaded. You can almost persuade me, but not really. I think that'll be a good journal thing for me. And then here's obviously our small. And all we did was we folded the paper in half. And we cut it out. Stays one piece. And there you go. And if you need a little toot on that, let me know. Okay, so here we are. Now, I love many things. First, though, what I want to do is take, I think we'll do it smaller, take a pen that you have, whatever size you have. Take these ends, okay, and roll. And I might need a little, yeah, I probably will need smaller for this one. But let's see, yeah, what do I have? Ooh, I have my skewer. I need to get my chopsticks that I hoard when I get my sushi. I have so many of them because I use them for so many different things. So we're going to roll this, roll this, roll it, roll it. And just do your best. My hands don't work the way they used to. I know a lot of ours don't. So I get to where resistance hits, where my glue is. And all I'm going to do is give a quick spray of water. And then a hit of heat. And you can see it reactivated the green on the bottom. It's not a big deal. Give that a little dry. We can always wipe that off, push it on the outside. Okay. Now I'm just going to kind of pull that out. And pull it back a little bit. And you'll see as we continue. Now I'll take this bad boy. Maybe I'll wet it first. See, I just don't want to have the water running, but we'll take him. Let's try it. Let's try it both ways, shall we? Again, any thin pen, knitting needle, crochet needle, whatever you have on hand will work. Paintbrush, like your small paintbrush. All right, and I'm just going to give it a roll. And perfection is not what we're looking for here. And I'm just going to give it a swipe with water. Give it a little dry. So it kind of holds the form. Nothing fancy. Pull it out. Let's go to this bad boy. I feel like I'm doing a magic trick. Once it's done, pull it out. And look what we have. And this one obviously is not going to go as far. And we're just making this because we're going to pull it back. So it just looks a little wavy. But okay. So I'm going to let that dry for a minute. I'm going to turn it this way. Hope you guys are getting this. Let me see if I can move it down a little bit. Like this and down. Okay. Maybe we could try it that way. Yeah, okay. So we're over here. And I'm gonna take it. And remember we didn't glue all this down. So we're just gonna keep rolling it. Give it a little spray. A little hit with the water. Take it out. And like I said, you can see here the difference. Now, these are unrolling a little bit because they're starting to really dry underneath. That's fine. Am I angry? No. We go with the flow. There's no piece of paper that's going to beat us. We make everything work. And again, we just roll and roll and roll till you get to that resistance of where the glue is, which is right there for me. And you can see it's not even as I roll it, and I don't care. It's just the point. Now, do you like it darker? Would you like to have that, this purple underneath darker? It's really not going to show as much, but you can go in. There are they do have the pad and everything for that, but you can, if you're sitting here and you're like, where's my pad? I gotta look what's in the ingredients because water does the same thing. But here we go. Yeah, if you want it a little darker, you want to use paint. Hey, who am I to tell you what to do? Nobody. So I'm gonna take this out. And I'm going on to the next one, which obviously is already wet. And I'm just going to roll and roll and roll until I hit that resistance. I'm going to hit it with the heat gun because there's not much here to roll. Come on, baby. Be good to mommy. There you go. Now you get a little heat. Now you can see this green one I glued more, you know what I mean? It's starting to roll back a little bit. Who cares? Let me see what's in this anyway. This is for water-based markers. Missed the entire... Alright, for ink pads, it says hold bottle 6 to 8 inches. Well, that wasn't what I had. From pad and mist the entire surface. Use 2 to 3 sprays or more if the pad is very dry. Allow your pad sit for a few minutes. Hello? Before using test stamps on stamp paper before returning to project. Okay, so this is something that you want to spray, leave it sit for a few minutes, and then use so it can sink in. Dig it. Okay, for water-based markers, remove the end plug from the marker or gently pull the nib out. Use an eyedropper to apply ink, refresher, or pen refresher. Oh, okay. To apply ink refresher to pen reservoir. Dyslexia does things to you that makes you wild. Return the plug or nib. Allow a few minutes for the moisture to saturate the ink core. Oh, the ink core. Good Lord have mercy. Before using. Okay. And product. In here, just it says non-toxic. And there's no ingredients, so. But that's what that is. This is what this is. I'm just saying. Okay. So here we are. Let me move this up just a little bit. Little. Move my camera back. Okay, so we can see that this is folded. And we're just going to give it a little push out a little bit because we want it to have Now, something else you could have done, which I didn't think of. I don't know if I could do it here or if it'll rip. You could have crumpled these all up and then had texture. See what I'm saying? So we could like crumple, like pretend like you're doing it in a ball. Let's do it now. I don't know if it'll do anything, but let's try it. They're still a little damp from the ink and the water. Nobody's hating. Nobody's hating. All right. And then this one's saying crumple me. And then we'll uncrumple him. Okay. So we have so far a butterfly. I know it's so hard to see, and I don't know. Sometimes I have too much light, not enough light. But just, this is the middle of the butterfly. Now, what am I going to do for the middle of the butterfly? I say to myself. What are you going to do? Annie sent me this, and it is newspaper wrapped as beads. Now, as much as I don't want to cut this, I love it. And she's probably going to not be happy. I was thinking, I thought this would be really cool to put in as the middle. But then I don't have the heart to do that. So, I think she says, I think we will use Enamel Accents Black from Inkessentials. And I'm going to just go right down that middle. Come on, you piece of thing. Come on. I hate that. For as much as you pay for this stuff. I want to invent something that has like the hangy. It won't be nothing, but a little pin that just hangs. Once I get it, okay, I got it started. A little thicker than I wanted, but I'm going to go right up the line of the book from my first. Apparently I have to make it a little thicker on both sides. It's hard doing sideways, so excuse me. I won't be reviewing this item. Okay, now that I'm a mess. And when we get to top, look at that. Okay. Hate getting aggravated. I'm going to take it over here and do a little swirl. Take it over here. Do a little swirl. Maybe she's pregnant or something. How about some dots? What I'll do on this is kind of follow that. And I'll just use different colors. Use your imagination. This is not clean the tip, which I do every time, but apparently we're not going to speak about it. It's one of the reasons I love this stuff. Well, it's called 3D Crystal Lacquer. When they, in the lid, it has a pokey thing. So it pokes right in there. So the chances of you opening up and looking like a fool when you're making something ain't gonna happen. Now we need some glittery stuff. What's our next color? Green? Green, green. Let me hit the air on this. That'll take a while, but we can work past it. Okay, we're going to use some stickles, and I'm going to use... It's like a secret club society. The colors aren't on here like I would like them to be. So it's a greenish green. Probably like I got in a holiday pack or something. Are you going to come out? Yep. No, I'm just going to do big. I'm sorry, I get quiet because I'm trying to concentrate. I don't care how big these are, if they're, you know. Then I'm going to do one more thing, and then obviously you can continue to do whatever you like. Whatever colors you like. How about some gold with the black? And all I'm going to do is just kind of go in between these. No rhyme or reason, because they don't have rhyme or reason. And then I'll do the same thing over here. Now, what I'm going to show you is just the first layer of the butterfly of what I'm going to do, what I've done. It'll be up to you to, once this is dry, if you want to do some of the outside. I am definitely going to glitter these wings and do other things, but obviously because this is wet, I will not be able to. So I'm just going to take a picture of this just to give an idea, a little video of what you can do. Once this is dry, of course, I'm going to go back and, like I said, I'm going to glitter the page and finish up the page. But I just wanted to do a little video to show you guys some ideas on what to do. And if you can see, this kind of blends in with the back. It won't when we're done. I can tell you that right now. So, you know, these are things, like I said, to do layer and layer. I don't want them messing up the beginning layer. And then I can just tidy up and do some things around here that will incorporate what I did here in your background. And then you have a nice little journal page. So, like I said, if you want these glued down when you're done, glue them down. I mean, this is what it'll look like, you know, from the top view. Glue them down. Like I said, here I'm going to do some stuff. You know, I got some stuff I want to do, but I don't want to keep using. I don't want to do it too long. So enjoy, play around. If you can't do a butterfly, do a heart. Do something. Do something today that when you look at it, you're like, you know what? That's pretty rocking. That isn't too bad for, you know, just sitting and playing and enjoying yourself. How can you not love playing in your art journal? So now real quick, because that's bothering me. Ah, crap. Where is my glitter? Where is my glitter? Let me just, one thing. Let me find my glitter. I don't want green. Come on. Really? Really? Okay. I'm going to use some white glitter, and I'm just going to show you something really quickly. Because I'm not digging on these. Just going to add some. Just down a little. And if it gets on there, so what? Just a little. Hello! I'm a really beautiful butterfly. Art isn't perfect, and neither am I. I'm nature. My daughter's probably in another room going, oh dear Jesus. Who gave me her as my mother? I'm going to tap off what I can. So when it dries, it'll be... Boy, I got to clean that table up. When it dries, it'll be glittery. And what I'm going to do right here is make a little hole here for when it goes through. And a little hole there. So it'll be a little glittery, and you can see we got a little glitter on the butterfly. Oh, what I'm going to do to this embellishment. These are fun things for me to do. I love just sitting mindful and not having to worry about, oh, let me put this up for sale. Let me whatever, because like I said, this is just so much fun to do. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you guys try it. You do a heart, do whatever you want. Use a already cut something. Don't use anything. Just do a background. It's fun. It's fun to create your own art and kind of just be in your own world. So have a great day. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all who came to my show and Takara's show. And that's pretty much it. Hope to see you soon. Bye.